Well, hey guys, going live again. Trying to get used to this YouTube stuff, but I wanted to come on here and just share my gratitude for today. I don't really celebrate Thanksgiving, even though I know it's Thanksgiving right now in the States. Um, but I do want to come on here and just share how grateful I am of the experience that I'm getting to have here at the Real South Africa. Um, just being able to visit Africa, period, is like a once in a lifetime experience. I know some people don't really care, um, but it means a lot to me, and I'm so grateful that Yah has given me the opportunity to come here and visit and to experience the motherland and to really enjoy myself, to really learn about the culture, learn about the people, learn about the land, just everything. I'm just like so grateful. But yeah, I really just wanted to come on here and say that because, like 5 years ago, I don't even think I was thinking about, I wasn't thinking about Africa. 5 years ago, what was I doing? I was in Texas and I was just thinking about how I need to build myself up, get an apartment, have my own place, work and just try to have the American dream life. That's all I was thinking about 5 years ago. And it wasn't working. I did not like where I was. I knew that I was not supposed to be in Texas. I knew I was supposed to be in New York. And I was just doing the whole rat race, just thinking this was the best thing, putting all my money aside, saving, 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 saving. And then COVID hit, and COVID just took everything. And like, when I think about it now, I was like, what was the point of all of that? I used so much energy on something that basically all got wasted because I needed it for an emergency, which was the whole reason why I did it in the first place. Usually that's why we save, is for an emergency. But I mean, other than that, Karen Owen, if you don't want to hear my voice, you can always just swipe up or you can just log off. So yeah. But anyway, I just was doing the rat race and COVID hit and took all of the savings out and just made me have to start all over again. And I think about 5 years ago and like, what was the purpose of all of that? And still didn't even know where I wanted to live, where I wanted to have a house or anything like that. I didn't know. And so it just feels good to know now. It feels good to be at a space of knowing and understanding where I want to live, where I want to have my home. And I know it may not mean anything to you, but it means everything to me. And if you want to, see more, just continue along this journey with me. But everybody's on their own individual journey, and it just feels really good to know like the path that you on is right for yourself. Like I'm not just out here just I don't know, I'm not just out here like not knowing and not understanding and just doing it because somebody's telling me that this is the way that you're supposed to go, this is what you're supposed to do. Like, no, I'm understanding my own path and I feel very confident in it, and that just is a good feeling. It's a good feeling. um but I also want to share um what I want to share. I just did a great feast. So I did a great feast last year, and I did it for about 28 days. And so I did another one this year. It was around October. It was in the middle of October, and then I ended it like in the middle of November. I was trying to shoot for 40 days, but I didn't quite get there. And it's really just, I could have kept on going, but I just wanted to stop. It was really just about feelings, and basically, I just want to challenge myself now to do another fruit feast and do it for a longer period of time, and to share it on here as well, just to document it myself, because I like seeing like how it does change. When I look at older videos, I can tell a difference. So that kind of does motivate me to want to share it on YouTube, even if no one's listening, even if no one cares, even if someone's saying, like, why are you trying to just eat fruit? Doing it for my own reasons, but if you want to follow along, please do. But mainly, I do it for my gut. That's one of the reasons why I'll go on like fruit feasting, because fruit is very good for your digestion. It only takes about like 30 minutes to digest. So I just want to try it again. When I did do my great feast, I had a lot of energy. My skin cleared up a lot. It's starting to break out a little bit now, just because I've been eating kind of whatever I want. But just eating fruit definitely clears up your skin. So I want to challenge myself and try to go a little bit longer. Well, let's look at the chat. So I'm from the States. Is it a tree on your head? I mean, if that's what it looks like to you. People are weird. Okay, yeah, I'm from the States. If you didn't hear me before, I'm from the States. Um, People are so weird. I'll reply to the comments when it's actually common sense. If you're just joining and you really want to know what I'm talking about, I just got on here to say how grateful I am of being a part of the Real South Africa tour and being able to be on the continent and visit South Africa. And then I went on to say that I just completed a great feast, but I didn't complete the time. I didn't complete the time period that I wanted. I wanted to do 40 days, but only did 27 days. But I know that it could have went longer, but I just stopped too soon. But I'm definitely going to try again, because I want to do all fruit, and I want to do it for 90 days. And I want to document my journey because, as I said earlier, I like how I'm able to see the progress and the transition from my older videos till now. So, um, yeah. So that's what I'm talking about. And I'm just saying how fruit really does help your gut. And that's what I'm trying to do. Um, Yeah, so another reason why I try to fruit feast too is like just like my menstrual cycle, just to be transparent, it's very painful, and I find that when I do fruit feast, it takes away a lot of that pain. Because also when you do just eat fruit, you really don't this comments. It's hard to please see if I can take it out. I don't even know how to like I don't know how to cover it so I could just talk. This is okay. Okay, let me try to I cannot. People are weird. Like if you don't like the video, just scroll off. Okay. What was I saying? Okay, yeah, I have very painful menstrual cycles, and I find that when I fruit feast, that it's easier. And my motto is that you can heal yourself. You do not have to rely on a physician to do it for you. So I refuse to be on medication all my life or having to get surgery for this, that, or the third when I have a choice daily to do something about it. So that's my whole point of fruit feasting. So if you want to ask, or you're confused, or you're just, dumbfounded of why I keep talking about that, or why I'm even sharing it, that's the reason why. Is because I feel that we can heal ourselves, and that's my goal. So if nobody doesn't really have anything else to say, I'm gonna get off of here. That's just something that I really want to talk about. When I was great feasting, I wanted to come on here and document it, give you like a weekly video. But every time I kind of just, I got too hard on myself trying to, be perfect in it. A lot of the videos that I watch on YouTube, I see how people finish their challenges, finish their great feast, finish their fruit feast, finish their raw challenge. Excuse me. And then they can talk about the results. They can talk about, what came out of it. And I just thought that's the best way to do it. It's just wait till the end, wait till you get to your goal. And, life is not like that. It's a lot of ups and downs, it's a lot of hills and valleys. So I said maybe this time I'll try to do it again where I'll document it a little bit more. Because last year I kind of did it weekly. And then this time I didn't do it at all. So the next challenge, I'm gonna try to do a little bit more. So we'll see. We'll see. I was following this one guy on IG. He's still doing his juice feasting. I can't remember his name right now, but he's like on day 71 of 90, and he's just been drinking juice, and you can tell a difference. Like, he is so much brighter in his face, seems so much happier from his older videos. Just, you could tell his motivation is like through the roof. And like, doing like a fruit feasting or juice feasting or dry fasting or water fasting, even though the goal is like for the health to get something, reversed, or to get something better, like that's great and all, but it affects every other part of you too. It's not just physical, it's mental, it's spiritual. It like literally creates a new person. And I find that more and more the more I do it. So, and yeah, just motivated to be more disciplined and just be the better version of myself, the best version of myself. Even today I worked out a little bit just because I saw my coach online working out live, and I'm like, you know what, I just need to get my butt up and just do it. Because yeah, I need to stop being lazy. And shout out to Scott Bernhardt, because he's a real one. Like, if you don't follow him, you should, because he is the real deal. But he just motivated me to like get my butt up and work out. Because it's not just your diet, like it's movement too. It's not just movement, it's your thought patterns, like what you're thinking throughout the day, what you're thinking even right now. All of that is affecting your cells. All of that is affecting what you're going to do, tonight, if it's not nighttime for you, for the rest of the day. Like, all of that affects you. It's not just one aspect. Being healthy, it's like a whole thing, and it requires a lot of discipline, and it requires a lot of consistency, it requires a lot of perseverance, and it requires you just putting one step in front of the other, like one foot in front of the other, like for real. And like, I just have to keep reminding myself that, like, it's not about trying to be perfect. It's not about trying to get it all right the first time and then getting to the goal and then what's the next challenge. Like, it is a constant journey that you're on, of just creating a better version of yourself. um, Let me look at these comments. It still seems like Yeah, everything made sense. We can heal ourselves. The doctors are also getting a lot of them getting a lot themselves besides. I think you're like on the same page as me. Caribou. Um, yeah, I did follow Dr. Sabi for a while. I got onto Dr. Sabi back in 2021. That's when I found him. And I followed him for about 6 months, I would say. I um I started with like a 2 week fast of just herbs and water, and yeah, just herbs and water. And then after that, I went into eating raw. But, I went like head in. I should have, researched a little bit more. But, that's all part of healing. It's going to be trial and error because everybody's body is different. Nobody's body is the same. Um, and that's one thing I've learned, like you can't beat yourself up while you're trying to heal yourself, whatever it might be that you're trying to do, or just better yourself. You can't beat yourself up because you don't know how your body's going to respond to a lot of things. So I went through a lot when I first started with my body because it's kind of it's kind of like trauma in a way when you just fast and um, you don't prep yourself. Um, and it's not necessarily that part. When I started to fast, it was fine because I had fasted before just because of like being in church. We fasted, because it's biblical. But this time when I had fasted, it was for health reasons and all that. And when I got off the fast, I was eating a lot of raw, but I was eating a lot of like veggies, and it wasn't good. Like veggies are harder for the body to process, and I should have started with fruit. But back then, I did not like fruit. There was no fruit that I could say that I could just eat like on a regular. But I loved salad. I loved like onions. I loved red onions like so much. And I learned my lesson pretty quickly. I have to say, I learned my lesson pretty quickly of trying to eat like veggies after coming off of like basically a water fast. Um, but yeah, it's just been trial and error. But after Dr. Sabi, I learned about Yaki Awaken, and then I learned about um, a healthy alternative. They're on YouTube as well. So I've been going through like cycles of finding different people on YouTube, and then they talk about the research they're looking into and the books, and so I start to read. So it's not a certain person that I really follow anymore. There's more of like of I guess protocols I follow of how to do things, but not a certain person. Yeah, I like to say juice feast now because um, I just want to um, allow fasting to be what fasting is, and not take away from what it is. Because fasting, like for me, um, is without food, or without food and water. That's what fasting is. I don't really believe fasting is just like, yeah, people just say like fruit fasting, juice fasting, and stuff, and I just don't really believe that's fasting. And plus, fasting also includes praying, so that's why I just don't like saying fasting when I'm talking about stuff. I like juice and stuff. I just rather say it's feasting. Yeah, yeah, it does. Coming to South Africa, I feel like, yeah, it was part of my health journey. And I would say that's more on the spiritual side, just coming back to the land my ancestors are from. And yeah, for me, coming back home, um, yeah, I think it is part of my health journey for sure. That's awesome. That's awesome. Hopefully, I do get to come back soon, Caribou. Your country is beautiful, and your people are very welcoming. And yeah, the houses here are gorgeous. The land here is gorgeous. The food here is great. um, and the safaris are beautiful. The wild animals, like everything, is really beautiful. Yeah, I mean, for spiritual fasting, I would say like more the spiritual revelation I got is that I need to pray more, that I need to seek Yah more, that I need to be more in tune with Him. That's what I definitely got from being here in South Africa. Because I mean, I've visited different countries before, and it's always been like an amazing experience. I always feel closer to Yah. But it was definitely something else to be able to come back to the land of um, of my ancestors and to be somewhere where I never was supposed to be taken from. And even though, like, I'm grateful for the opportunity that I've been able to have in the place that I've grown up, but it was still something, to come back to a place that I was never supposed to be taken from. And it definitely it has forced me to like be more consistent with Yah, have like a genuine relationship with Him. Yeah, follow principles because people will let you down so much. And even though I love Dr. Sabi, he loved the woman and he wasn't like a one woman man. And that's like, to me, I don't want that to knock what somebody like teaches, what they do in their personal life. But at the same time, it's kind of hard because it impacts what you do behind closed doors, and then what you do outside for everybody to see. It affects it. It's, to me, it's being two-faced when you live one way behind and then preach something else in public. I'm not saying he hid, the fact that he loved multiple women. I'm just saying, like, that's not something I believe in. So it's hard for me to take his teachings, even though I get that they're truth, but it's just like you're doing something that I believe is not right. I feel like it's supposed to be one man and one woman together. And it was just hard for me to take that. So it's like, you shouldn't follow man. You should follow principles, follow Yah first and foremost. But yeah, follow things that work and work for you. And the only way you're going to know is through experience and through trial and error. Thank you. Thank you. I mean, yeah, I got a sense of direction, but just taking it a step at a time. And I mean, I don't really like to say Christian anymore, but I am a believer of Yah, and I believe in Yahshua HaMashiach. I believe he died for my sins, and he's my Lord and Savior. You cry. Well, thank you. I appreciate all the support. I appreciate all the support. I appreciate all the comments, even the weird ones from Emily. This is the stuff I laugh at on other people's videos, so it's funny to see it on mine. I know people are a lot, so it's just something to see. Um, but since there's no other questions really, and I feel like I talked, yeah, my faith is Bible based. It's based off of Yah. And thank you for Ewan for subscribing. Thank you for the love, Ditchin. Hopefully, I'm saying your name right. And if you want to believe that a dry cactus is on my head, Shavy, go for it. Oh my gosh. Oh, if you want to believe that it's an autistic Martian, Emily, yeah. You know what? That made me think of that one book that we had to read when we were like when I was in high school. It's called Martian. I can't remember that book, but it just made me think of that. But yeah. People are weird. But oh yeah, I'm gonna read everything because this makes the video. Okay, so there's really nothing else that's being said. But I just wanted to really come on here and share my great feasting experience and share the fact that I want to challenge myself again, put it on here, bring you guys along the journey. Not really sure when I want to do it, but it's gonna be soon in like a couple weeks, and hopefully I can finish it this time. But at the same time, I'm just going to take a day at a time and not put more pressure on myself than what I need to, because that's just part of the journey. So yeah. Yeah, but thank you so much for the people who really are like here listening to me. Um, Hopefully, I can motivate you and inspire you to go on your own health journey, heal your own self, just have more encouragement and just more confidence that you can do it and that you don't have to rely on medication all your life and you don't have to rely on what the doctors say because Yah really has given us every tool we need inside of ourselves to do it. And I've been saying that so long and just want to be perfect in everything and not come on here because I just want to always be ready to tell the results. But sometimes people do need to see the journey. They need to see your ups and downs. They need to see the days where you don't feel like doing what you said you were going to do, like what you were preaching to do for everybody else to do. Like, because some days I'm over it. I don't want to eat right. I don't want to do the challenge. I just want to eat pizza, shoot, eat a bagel. And that's real life. So I just feel like being more real and raw about it can help somebody else, see that it's not picture perfect. Just because somebody did finish a challenge of just eating raw salad and fruit doesn't mean that it was great for them every single day. Doesn't mean that they had a ton of energy every single day. Doesn't mean that, they got everything right every single day. Like, life still happens every single day. So just because they finished it in 30, 60, 90 days, it does not mean that everything went right. But at the same time, they finished it. And that's the difference between, at least for me, where I'm at and they are. They went on a journey and they completed it and they transformed themselves in some type of way. But I look even at my own self, my own journey, my great feast. I completed 27 days. It may not have been the 40 days that I want, but it still was something. And it changed me in some type of way. And I have to acknowledge that. And not just sweep it under the rug just because I didn't finish the time frame that I had initially set out for. So again, I hope I inspire you guys, to take your health in your own hands and yeah, just take it a step at a time. All right, thank you for the people that have stayed and watched, and even for all the comments. I appreciate it. But I'm going to get off of here and try to get on here more just so you guys can learn me more, just so I can be more transparent. And like I said, I'm going to come back with this challenge soon of just fruit feasting, all fruits. But until then, I hope you guys have a great rest of your day or evening. And hopefully in the comments you can put what you're grateful for, what you're thankful for this year. But yeah, have a good night. Bye.